That is so key, so key.
So the big question is, what are the top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams, and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? If you ever thought about this, you're not alone. No one has been able to get the answers until now.
We spent the last few years helping agents sell billions in real estate, rubbing shoulders with top producers, which got us thinking, how can we expose more people to these insights to help raise the standard in the whole real estate industry? We then realized that we could help bridge the gap by getting the secrets from the best of the best so that you can succeed. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
I've got a question that actually rolls into your third topic, because I know this is going to be one thing that people are curious about, which is, you're saying about your third topic is about keeping training simple to get transactions and things like that. My first question, which I think falls under this umbrella, is, are you doing anything different with your follow-up from online leads with regards to phone calls, or because you filtered them so much, do they kind of respond a bit more like someone that knows you, if that makes sense? Like, are you doing
referrals, warmer sphere type of call?
So obviously we do some role playing here in the office on the different types of leads that come in, and there's definitely a different way to treat each different one of them. Whether if it's a referral based one, obviously that has one kind of communication that needs to be done. If it's a lead that just came in very strong and, hey, I like this house, can you get me out there, blah, 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 blah. That's a different conversation. I tend to have those ones very short and sweet with that customer. The referral, we want them to get to know us. That sphere and repeat business, obviously that's a completely different conversation. It's more of, hey, I'm glad you called me back, John. Good to hear from you again, blah, 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 right? So we've tried to keep that very simple and into those three categories so that everybody knows what they're dealing with. One of the things we found about these long-term customers that are coming back to us, and we're picking it up from the technology, is they do feel like they know us already. They've been getting those emails, they've been getting those texts, they've been getting those videos for 3 or 4 years. They literally treat me like I'm one of their friends, and and which is fine.
It almost feels weird, right?
Yeah, it does feel a little weird because you're like, but you have to get over that real quick. But
so with regards to keeping the training simple, then what do you mean by that, and transactions? Expand on that a little bit more.
I think people overscript people, and I think they overtrain people. We try to look for people that have a naturalness to them and a personality that goes well with being friendly with people, basically, is what I mean. And then they have to have some of the hunger and desire on the other side. And, all of these things can be checked by tests and all that stuff. But the reality is, I think when you overtrain people, they become like robots, because we tried that. Really, here, this is a script used for this. This is a script used. And you can see them, even though you're telling them, just make this natural, these are just the points you want to go over. You can see the thinking bell going on while they're trying to talk. And you and I both know, just like our conversation right here, we're hitting it off because me and you are both the same. We just go right at it, right? And talk, and so there's no time for that thinking bell to go on. We're going to respond exactly what we're feeling right that moment. And I think that is key for human bonding, is, that feel of that you're spontaneous and you're not, scripted, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, a big one is listening, right? People underestimate the power of listening, being engaged with someone and actually just responding correctly to people is such an underestimated skill. It's I love doing what we do here because we get to meet phenomenal people like you. I mean, there is people who are listening who will do more, I'm sure, but there is a lot the majority of our listenership will do a lot less. Our goal internally, the reason we do what we do and bring on amazing people like you is We believe every agent in the world should be a minimum of a 6-figure agent. This is our core belief. This is why we do this. We believe every single agent in the US and Canada should be making a minimum of 6 figures a year. We don't believe there's a single person that got into this industry to make less than 6 figures. So the fact that the average is 44,000, it annoys us because it shouldn't be.
A lot of room for improvement.
There's a lot of room for improvement, and people like yourself, it's like, these are just the core. Like we always get, your 3 secrets. This has been phenomenal. And it's like, these aren't rocket science. They're just like fundamental business principles executed well.
Fucking work.
That work. And one of the things
you hit something exactly. And I didn't think about it when we were talking, but that is it. Listening is so key, and one of the things we go over is, when I monitor calls and go back through them, and we practice on those calls with each other after we've recorded them. And when you're over anxious, and I call it the thirsty button has been hit, you're not listening, right? You're talking, and you're talking over them. People will tell you exactly what they want if you shut up and just listen to what they're saying. That is so key, so key. And that goes back to why I said keep the kind of training simple, because if you've overtrained a person, they're basically gonna, I got to get through this because Rick said that's what I'm supposed to say, so I got to get through all those steps real quick, and they're not listening then, and that's how you get deals that don't stay together, right?
This is how you do 100+ deals a year for everyone listening. It's like, keep it simple. Online leads is the absolute bomb, and it scales as much as you want.
Scalable, it's predictable, right?
Yeah.
To the way, well, it can be scalable and predictable the way Rick is doing it, because he knows how much he's putting in, how much it's coming out. He knows what the inputs are to control the outputs, and he also knows what his team is doing to then create the outcome that he's looking for. And that's the biggest, I think, differentiator, Andrew.
That's hard.
And for everybody who's listening. So out of curiosity, what is your best and most profitable channel in your market? Is it Google? Is it Facebook? Is it YouTube? Like media?
Right now, the sphere of influence is the biggest. And believe it or not, Facebook's number 2 at 767%.
Okay.
Love that.
Thank you. Because I know we have people listening right now saying Facebook leads are shit, they're crap, they don't convert. I'm going to say, fuck that. I just did 2 million of Facebook leads. So here you go.
Yeah. And it's just return on dollars, right? And that's your number 1 and number 2 on the board right now. I have a good time with the portals. I go, yeah, you guys are at 300 or 400. I got lead sources that give me 700 and 800. Right? So there you go.
Rick, this has been amazing. Now, I want to just give you the floor. It can be for whatever you want. If people want to reach out to you, speak to you, it could be the listener want to buy a home, whether you're growing your team, whether it's whatever, mortgage. If someone wants to reach out, get in touch, learn more about you, how could they reach out? Phone, email, socials, let the people know.
Yeah, no problem. You can get a hold of me anytime. My cell phone number is 702-637-0640. We're always looking for talented people that want to join and get in on this party that we're having over here. My email is rick@theturleyteam.com. We're here in the Henderson area, but again, we talk to people all over the nation all the time. Love to bounce ideas off of different people because that's how you get more stuff. I learned this from this guy and that from that guy and that from another guy, and I think everybody has to do that. You're doing a great job with that by having this kind of a thing going on, for sure.
Amazing. Thank you, Rick. It's been
an absolute pleasure to have you on.
My pleasure.
Great. Yeah, so with everyone, thanks for listening. Rick's an absolute beast, and we will see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. Now, before you go, we're giving access to a private training we did where we revealed the top 3 niches to get listings today completely for free. So if you want access, you can go and download that training at eliteagentsecrets.com. We're regularly releasing new trainings, guides, and cheat sheets, so make sure to head over to eliteagentsecrets.com and sign up so you don't miss out.